Hi, it's Liza Kindred from Eff This meditation. We're going to do a practice for anxiety today. Before we dive in, I want to make sure that you know that having anxiety does not mean that there's anything wrong with you. Having anxiety is a super typical and very normal reaction to stress. Sometimes when people have anxiety, myself included, we can beat ourselves up for having that anxiety, for feeling anxious. For myself, sometimes I tell myself, like, you ought to know how to deal better. Why are you so stressed out? Which is not helpful because we live in a really chaotic world right now, and we live in this culture of hustle and busy and increasing insanity out there in the world, and having anxiety, feeling anxious is a response, not a character flaw. So let's approach our practice today from that place, that there is nothing wrong with anxiety, and in fact, anxiety can be helpful, it can be our friend, can be a signpost to things maybe we otherwise were ignoring. So in our practice today, we are going to work with anxiety. We are not going to work against anxiety. We are going to welcome it in. We are going to notice where it's living in our bodies. And we are going to invite it to go when its work is done. But we are not going to fight today. We're not going to fight with ourselves. We're not going to fight with our emotions. So that being said, let's go ahead and take our seat. Let's take our posture of meditation in a chair or on a meditation cushion, or you can even do this practice lying down if that's what you choose to do. Let's make sure, though, that for today's practice, we are feeling especially supported. So let's make sure that our posture on our cushion or our chair or our laying down on a couch or a bed or the floor, wherever, whatever we're doing today with our body, wherever we're going to land for today's practice, let's make sure we're feeling supported. So extra pillows, extra cushions, whatever it is, make yourself as comfortable as possible. If you need to pause the meditation and make the room warmer or cooler, or open a window or grab a blanket or whatever it is, just take a quick second, do that, whatever it is to make yourself feel comfortable and supported today. So let's start by taking a few deep breaths. They can be as loud or as weird as you like. Just letting go a little bit. When you're done taking a few deep breaths, let's settle in a little bit more to our posture, and let's go ahead and close our eyes gently if we haven't done so already, and notice the sensation of the cushion or the chair, the couch, the floor, whatever it is. Notice the sensation of it rising up to meet you. Notice the places where you're being supported physically. And you can invite yourself to relax a little bit into those places. Maybe with a sensation of grounding or rooting or relaxing. Just letting our weight go as whatever is supporting us is rising up to us. Sitting or lying as heavy as you want. Deeply held. secure, strong, grounded. And at the same time, let's also see if we can open up our awareness a little bit and let in a little bit of levity, a little bit of rising up. If we're seated, maybe noticing the top of our head rising up towards the ceiling. Or if we're laying down, noticing the front of our body rising up towards the ceiling. And noticing if you can root into that grounded feeling, that secure feeling, and at the same time let yourself rise up a little bit. And if any movement feels good here, just move. Notice if there's some space that's opening up between those two feelings, between the groundedness and the levity, inside the movement or inside the stillness. And let's take a moment to check in with ourselves. Like, hey, hi, here I am, I'm meditating. How are you doing, me? Notice if any thoughts are arising, any emotions, maybe energy. How are you? However you are is okay. Even if you're not okay, that's okay too. Just noticing how you are and allowing it to be. If you do have some anxiety, maybe say, hey, anxiety, I see you. Here you are. I'm going to allow you to be for right now. Just going to let you hang out. And let's expand our awareness into our bodies a little bit. Let's notice if we have any tension that we're holding. Tension we might be holding in our neck or our jaw, our shoulders, our hips. Just for a moment, just notice the tension. Not try to change it. Just see that it's there, anywhere it is. Notice if you're gripping. Notice if your hands or your toes are gripping. Are any of your fingers or toes crossed? Are you holding anything? Notice that. And maybe begin to let it go. Maybe uncross or ungrasp, unclench. So let's take our awareness. We're not leaving anything behind, but we're going to focus our awareness on whatever spot you're holding the most tension, or whatever's asking for the most attention right now. And let's breathe into that spot. that means is as you inhale, just imagine that inhale going to that spot of tension. Breathing into it. Breathe in, and then as you exhale the next time, maybe letting some of that tension go. Letting it ride out on your out breath. Inhaling into the tension and exhaling the tension on your out breath. You can stay with that spot, or if another spot is calling for you, move your focused attention to that spot. Just keep breathing into the tension anywhere you find it in your body. Breathing into it and letting it go a little on the exhale. If you want to move to other spots of tension for a series of a few breaths, you can do that. Or you can continue to stay in one spot. Trust yourself, trust your body. Go where it feels right. If you find your mind wandering, totally cool. Don't beat yourself up. Just notice that your mind is wandering and bring your attention back to what we're doing. Bring it back to the practice. Noticing the tension, breathing into it, and releasing some. Notice, inhale, release. Letting that dissolve. Let's open our awareness to any kind of emotions we might be having. It might surprise you. It might be obvious, but just let them rise to the surface. Notice what your emotions are. Maybe your emotions are thoughts that have energy around them. And if that's true, what kind of energies are you feeling? When you're feeling these emotions, how are you feeling them? Where are you feeling them? Are the emotions living in your chest, your heart, your stomach, your jaw? Emotions can live anywhere in our bodies. Let's just notice that. Not trying to change how we're feeling, not passing any judgment on ourselves, being gentle with ourselves, letting our emotions just be there. Watching the energy, noticing where they live. Let's direct our attention to the way that our hearts are feeling. Let's notice if there's any sensations around our heart. Any energy, electricity, warmth, tightness, fullness. Just notice it. And still with our eyes closed, let's take one hand and put it over our heart. Maybe both hands if that feels right. Let's breathe into our hands, breathe into our heart space. Keeping our awareness open to everything else, but focusing, how does our heart feel? Breathe into it. Breathing into our heart. And if there's any tension there, you can let that go on the exhale too. Not trying to change our heart because we trust our heart, we trust ourselves. Holding our heart in compassion, but taking care of it by releasing any tension that it's ready to let go. With our hearts, noticing, breathing, releasing. When you're ready, go ahead and lay your hands back down in your lap or by your sides. We'll expand that awareness to include our whole body. As we near the end of our practice, checking in again. Hey, hi, how am I? Has anything shifted? Has anything changed? How do you feel? What do you notice? Not changing. Not wanting things to be different, just noticing with friendliness. How are you doing? In just a moment, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes. I'm going to ring the bell. Listen to the sound of the bell. And when you can't hear it anymore, you can open your eyes. But just for this last moment, let's take another few deep breaths. On the exhale, letting anything else go that's ready to go. Inhaling the love, releasing the tension. Thank you for your practice today. Thank you for showing up for you. This is available to you at any time. Breathing into your heart space, breathing into the tension, anywhere that you find it in your body. Exhaling whatever is ready to let go. You can take that out into the world with you. You could take that into the rest of the day. It's always available to you. Being able to take just a moment, a quick moment to just check in. Hey, me. How am I doing? Being friendly, being open, just seeing how we're doing. And if we're finding some pain or finding some tension, just breathing into that, breathing in some love into that. Not forcing anything, but if there's anything that's ready to let go, we're there to let it go. Not trying to make big changes or have any specific goal or outcome, but just checking in and letting things go when they're ready to go. Thank you again. If you have any questions about your practice today or about anything else having to do with meditation, drop it in the comments below. Please subscribe. We have new videos every week. and reach out to me in any way that you like. I respond to DMs on Instagram. I respond to replies to my weekly emails. I'm on Twitter. Comment below, whatever. I'm here for you. And it's really cool. I think it's really amazing that you are here for you too. So thank you again.